everybody, and welcome to Let's Build Live from Oak Hill Works. How are we all doing? I hope you are well. We are back with the LCDR four-wheel brake third. Been 2 weeks and I can't remember how far we were, honestly, but I have looked at some prototype photos and know how the duck is attached now, so all good. Comment RWS James Batman J11 and instead in front, and that's all unlucky tug did on the big dying J11s. Well, there's worse people you could copy for RWS stuff than Unlucky Tug, honestly. Very good modeler of it. So yeah, using him as inspiration sounds like a great idea to me. And good evening, Paderborn, how are you? I hope you are well. But yeah, after our unplanned hiatus last week, it is good to be back in the workshop with you wonderful people. I have not started the bot up. We should get the bot running so you can start using the commands, because I'm a professional. Honest. Since I'm a professional, like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. And good evening, Alexander. How are you? I hope you are well. But yeah, Lewis, there's no worries about enjoying industrials. Everyone enjoys industrials here. I'm very glad to see you feeling better this evening. I am much better than I have been recently. Bit up and down recently, but doing really well this evening. Small British studios do some nice early awakens. This could be something, but I know it's long. Yeah. Yes, Small Brook Studios do early wagons. Nicer, not nice is an interesting term. I'll just leave that out there. Don't forget, everyone, hydration is important. So yeah, we are, as I say, we are back with the LCDR brake third, which we started the week before Uckfield. I'm honestly confused about timescales and when things happen now. That's how weird it's been for me recently. And good evening, H. Locks. How are you? I hope you are well. But I know we started this and I had the single coach because we did our... Aha, we are back. Stupid internet. That's the second time it's dropped out on me. I know the answer to that, Lewis, and I'm saying nothing because he's not here. But as I was saying, I will now have a nice rake of... Don't hit the microphone. LCDR four-wheelers, including another brake third like the one we're building. So we will at some point have a 5-coach rake. I'm going to have to get an LCDR tank engine to pull them, aren't I? Probably say a T-class, I reckon. Unless someone out there in Chatland can come up with a better LCDR tank engine to pull these. Exactly, Paul. See? You know. You know it all. Would it be a good idea to turn AC Regal BT South Wales bus into Bertie bus, which I think is based Bertie from Tom's tank engine? Honestly, I do not know enough about buses to comment on that. If you think that's it, the real answer with any modelling is to do what you want. You know. No one can tell you that you are wrong, but I say I don't actually know enough RWS stuff to comment on that, so I couldn't tell you. I can do. I have a soldering iron on. And then we can get on with building. We've got a bit of modifying to do to the ducket, because as for those that don't remember, the tabs on this ducket come nowhere near to lining up with anything on here, because there's the tabs for it, and it just, no. Rule 1 is universal. Exactly, Paul. So he's a clever man, this Paul. He knows it all. But yeah, basically, from what I have seen looking at these duckets honestly look a little bit too long. They should only be the same height as the doors. And they're not. There, the top is in the right place, but the bottom isn't. So, what I am planning on doing is just cutting off some of the bottom and trimming it down so that it fits in the right location. There's my pen. I need my pen for this. Kind of lamenting not pre-ordering to a Hatton's SR Green Genesis coaches. It said pre-orders are sold out. No word if they'll make more. Yes, anyone that wanted them really did need to get them on pre-order, didn't they? I had a customer bring one in the shop the other day in LBSC livery. It was very nice, actually. This pen is not very nice on the other hand. It's absolutely useless. I had to wait for batch 3 for NER coaches. Oh, long wait ahead of you then. Oh, there we go. That's now fitting and looking much better. And good evening, Linny. How are you? I hope you are well. Do my pre-ordering through Train Times Eastbourne. That's a very good decision, Lee. Although I'll be honest, I can't get you Hatton's Genesis coaches. What with them being a Hatton's exclusive. Sleepy and sore. Had my COVID and flu jabs yesterday. How are you, Paul, in Hillside Junction? I am very well. I need to book my COVID jab. I have my invite thing for it, but actually getting it done is another matter. Yeah, so now we just need to cut this down to match those two. Be ordering Dapple, Hawthorne, Leslie in the next few weeks. What a good plan, Lee. I approve of ordering Dapple, Hawthorne, Leslie's through Train Times Model Shop of Eastbourne. Hashtag shill. Can't remember what price I can do them for you all, but I'm sure I can do good prices. Train Times of Eastbourne, isn't that where I'm getting a Rapido E1 from? I hear there's a rumour about some E1s coming from there, yeah. LBSC lined black or something. I hope those jabs aren't doing you too bad this evening, Lily. Because as I say, I've felt quite ill after my previous ones. One on pre-order there too. Car! I've got two. I say I've got two, technically. I'm using the cola smog from Beamish to fill some wagons. Excellent. Nothing looks more like coal than cold. I'm sleepier than normal, but otherwise fine. Excellent. That is very good. Very good indeed. So that's looking all right there now. Just needs its bottom filed off nicely. Smuggler's the shortage gotten that bad. Right, so yeah, it's not stealing, it's mining. Good point, Lenny. Good point, well made. So then, there we have our docket. I'll tell you what, I'm going to try a new feature now. This is a new feature they added to Streamlabs. Let's see if I can set this up. I played with it earlier and then deleted it. Set this up midstream. And see if it works. What I'm going to try and do is give you a really good camera to view this up close. If this will work again. It was working really well earlier, and now it's not. let's restart this. Yeah, really good close-up of my watch of the ducket and how it now fits. Sticking glass in the ducket? Maybe. Maybe is the answer to that. Daypole is going to be releasing Western Region Top Light mainline city coaches, and I think they're the right basis to make the Bogie and Annie and Clarabelle for the RWS. I mean, that's a debate you could have all day. No, it's not going to work this time for some reason. Does not want to let me do it. Cannot detect camera. Oh well, never mind. You'll have to put up with not having the awesome zoom camera for some reason. But in the RWS canon, Annie and Clarabelle are a push-pull set. Well, there we go then. So that rules them out, I guess. We're going to take this back out. We're going to get some flux on the inside here, and we're going to solder the ducket closed from the inside. I was going to use some old Airfix Suburban coaches because they're cheap. That's fair. I mean, a lot of people I've seen use the Ratio Midland Bogie coaches, and it's reasonably easy to convert the brake from that into a push-pull brake. I've done it before. If you perform the rite of percussive maintenance and offer the prayer of performance, I might help with the camera. I would if it wasn't so expensive. Clean the tip, get nice and shiny. There we go. Oops, melting my cutting mat. That's what I get for not using the soldering block, isn't it? Come here, asbestos block. You are heat-proof and mean that the heat doesn't melt my cutting mat, just my fingers. Much better. We much prefer just melting fingers, obviously. Ow. You think the ducket doesn't want to work today? Yeah, it's fine. So, listen to me. Because it's expensive, that just means you need to hit it more precisely. No, no. No, 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 no. Very, very expensive. So we give all our bits of brass we're about to solder again. A polish. We clearly won't put them together like that because that just didn't work. Flux everywhere. You can't have too much flux. And a drop of solder. And just like that, our ducket's attached. Don't burn your hand with a soldering tool. I did it once when I was trying to refit the wire to my Percy model. I mean, we had a bit of a thing about soldering iron safety the other day. But I burn myself with it all the time. It's fine. I'm used to it by now. Terrible thing to say, but true. And good evening, Richard. How are you? I hope you are well. Oh yeah, right, we did. So I confused myself reading the instructions there. Because we've already done the next one, and I forgot when I gave up on the soldering iron. When I gave up on the ducket, we carried on, didn't we? Of course. Fold the door hinges to L shape. The short leg projects through the slots from the inside, where the long leg can be soldered. Solder T-door handles and grab handles to centre holes indoors. Blue tack can be used to support them while soldering takes place. Honestly, I am not a fan of using blue tack when soldering because blue tack will melt. I can thank you. I've spent the last 45 minutes trying to remove bits of a broken file out of a Loco's buffer beam. Ouch, that does not sound good, Richard. That does not sound good at all. If only the instructions had more pictures. I mean, honestly, at this point, a picture of the parts telling me what would be nice. But we don't even have one of them. I don't think there's one in the boxes. Halloween to the railway modelers in the world. Ah, it's not Halloween yet. It will be by the time we finish, but it's not yet. I wonder if my new kit, which is a completely brand new kit, has an exploded diagram of the parts. That's a good shout, you know. You really are on the ball tonight. Much more so than me. I'm trying to fix new buffers in place. Thought the file would help increase the hull. How fast bristle you want to drill. What Linny said, yes. How's Train Times going? Train Times is going very, very well. We have much fun and make many sales. Which, of course, is the best things to be doing. No, there's not even so much as a list of parts here, honestly. And whilst I can see where the door hinges go, I've got no list of parts, and the only exploded diagram doesn't show the hinges. Tried to Dremel in, but it's not been my friend. Ran out of battery on me. Ah, that's Dremel's mains powered. Yeah, so is mine, Linny, and I find that's the best way for a Dremel. Might have a look on the website after the stream. Fantastic. Your custom is always appreciated. Who knows, I might make a special offer halfway through the stream for no reason. Could you hold up the etch to the camera? Yeah, so the hinges are on here somewhere, and it tells me to fold them to L shapes. Trying to look for something with a solid colour background I can hold behind it. With tomorrow being payday, so I'll have a look. Ah, that's excellent. Is it fun doing the coach kit? Oh, it is very fun, thank you. I do enjoy doing these things. At the bottom, to the right of the drop lights, so these ones. Yeah, I think I see how that folds and everything now. And the instruction makes sense based off what I think I'm seeing as well. So that's good. In fact, that one there is already folded to an L shape. And it goes through the hole. This one here, for those that can't see it. Damn focus. This is why I wanted that other camera, because I had this set up really well and I could show you really nice close. I could get it in like this and it will be perfectly in focus. Joys of having designed laser cut kits. I'm good at spotting what bits are what on an etched chassis, on etched sheets. Yeah, fair. Won't be able to stay on for the full stream tonight. Started a new job and have to be up at 6 AM tomorrow morning. Well, hey. I very much approve of starting new jobs. I hope all goes well for you, Richard. That is fantastic news. I know you've been having a bit of a time with that recently, so yeah, really good to hear. Just going to polish up all the areas on the back of this for the hinges, so that we don't need to keep stopping to do that every time I cut one out. I am, however, going to solder them on one at a time as we cut them out, because that way I can't lose them. But Richard, it's been a job at Scottish Widows, and I started on Wednesday last week. It's been good so far, just the early mornings I have to get used to. Excellent, that sounds fantastic. Really happy for you. Then, in fact, look, we're going to blob some flux on each of them at the same time. Really have everything down, done, and organised. Thank you both. I know Miss working in cinema, feel more relaxed. What flux do you use again, Gary? Hang on a second, let me finish putting these last bits on. Glad to hear you feel more relaxed and stuff than you were at the cinema. I am using Fry's Power Flow Flux. Ideal flux for lead-free solder, apparently, which is great because I am using leaded solder, obviously. All the best solder is full of lead. So ignore what I say about lead-free solder, it works really well. On leaded solder. Yellow pot of goop. Indeed, linear yellow pot of goop. I've tried that flux, I'm not the biggest fan of it. Oh, how come? Do tell. I would love to hear your experiences with it because, you know, it's great to hear how other people get on with these things and hear multiple opinions. It makes people's decision making much better. Forbidden ear. No ears. Sorry. Got something I need to give to Linny. Forbidden ear wax. Ah, yes. There's a link to my Twitter. That's my most active social media for those that want to stalk me. That's the place to do it. I just acquired some solder paste, which I'm going to try for the beading in my LCDR horsebox kit. Excellent. I must say, I rather approve of LCDR kits at the moment. Can't imagine why. Can you? When the ghost trains out and about, you can always hear them talk at midnight when everyone's asleep. Not yet. Couple of hours yet. I just tried to build my Cali 419. Didn't stick down that well for me. Interesting. So I've been using this for, well, longer than I've been streaming now, so a good few years. And I've had no issues with it. I stalk you. I don't need to stalk you on Twitter. I know where you live. Oh. So did many other people, unfortunately. I might have soldered it incorrectly. I'm not sure. Do you want another soldering session, Richard? I mean, I can't see what you would have done wrong. But it's always possible. But if you found something that works for you, then that's great. So I do not make commission off this. But if you do tell me what it is, I can always see if I can stock it at the shop. And then I can make commissions. Technically. Well, sales anyway. Does the shilling ever cease? No, it does not. Won't say no to that, really. You just have to be at the weekends now. Jerry taught me, I taught Richard. Yeah, everyone teaches everyone. As long as you all learn from me, because the Oak Hill school is the best school. Got some Cars flux, DC Concepts flux I want to try out. The Cars stuff is good. I do like Cars flux. I don't use it here personally, but I use it at club. and I do like it. I've never tried the DCC Concept one personally. But I've tried lots of their other stuff and always liked it, so it's probably good. Second pair of eyes really goes amiss. Indeed, I thought my friend Josh how to solder with white metal kits. Well, hey, so the knowledge continues to be passed on. Soldering party, yes. Stalking about it's not stalking when he invited me to stay and play trains. Well, true. Ah, feck. That's what I didn't want to happen. I'll find it in a bit. You know we don't lose things here. Let's just cut a new one off for now. We've got plenty. But I didn't scrap the engines in the early days of Steam. I mean, what else were they going to do with them? Honestly. Hydration is important, everyone. Hydration is important. Let's sort this hinge. And then with that one done, we have a set of doors with hinges. And again, this is why I wanted that camera, because I can see these really well. I doubt you can. But with the camera I had set up, and I had it working earlier, really annoyingly. I had absolutely brilliant up-close vision, and I could move it around because it was handheld. Don't drink paint water or dip your paintbrush in your drink. I mean, I'd probably get severely ill if I drank my paint water. Because that is not looking pretty these days. Luckily, it lives far from my drink. I'll put my blooming knife now. Anyone see what I did with my knife? No, I did not, Lewis. No, definitely not. I would not say that on this live stream. This is a PG live stream. There's my knife. It was on the floor, obviously. Where else would it be? My current paint water jar is a spare Nutella tub. I mean, why not? There's no point getting a fresh tub for it, is it? Mine is an old coffee jar. While floor knife in its natural habitat. Exactly, Paul. Exactly. Looked at Twitter, joined the stream, and I saw Talaflin's being worked on in the works. Talaflin's getting a new paint job, isn't it? Is Talaflin that's going blue? Mine was a Marmite jar. Well, some people would tell you it's better than having the Marmite in there. I disagree. I like Marmite. My apologies. I misheard you. Won't say that again. Please don't ban me. I won't ban you, Lewis. Don't worry. Going GR Ultramarine. It is Talafling. I thought so. Anyone who doesn't like Marmite is just wrong. Exactly. I fully agree. Marmite is indeed food of kings. Kings and me. I'll tell you what, they don't half make me fiddly, don't they? Then I'm wrong, and so is the entire population of Germany. I mean, clearly. Marmite is Marmite, you either love it or hate it. That's right, Marmite is Marmite, you either love it or you're wrong. I mean, I wouldn't want to say the entire population of Germany is wrong, Pat. But you have more authority on that than me since you're over there. I'll take your word on it. Commenting in new livery, she's going to be painted in. Yes, it's going to be. She's going to look fantastic, isn't she? So the mock-up that was done looked absolutely gorgeous. It'd be great to see her come out in that livery. I think it's going to really suit her. Always wondered if Vegemite is just Marmite branded to Australians or if it's a completely different product. It is a completely different product. And there we go, so says Lenny too. And good evening, Bob. How are you doing? I hope you are well. It's heresy. And as the bot says, hydration is important, as is buying yourself No Kill Model Railway mug from my merch store. Exclamation mark merch in the chat. You know you want to. I am very well, thank you, Bob. It is good to have you here, and it's good to hear you're okay. It's been really good seeing some posts from you on RM Web again. Getting back into it. I hope you're feeling much healthier now. Terriers are better than Marmite. Marmite is love it or hate it, but you can't not love a terrier. I mean, anyone who doesn't love a terrier is definitely very, very wrong. Slowly getting there, yes. Good, excellent. He goes on to my brother-in-law and said, don't take too much, just a bit. He dipped his knife in, a dollop on the bread before I could stop him and it almost spat it out again. Yeah, I can imagine how that went. That's a heck of a thing to jump into like that. It's true, but you can't eat a terrier. Anyone who says they can is lying. What about that guy that ate an aeroplane? He could probably eat a terrier. He shouldn't. I'm pretty sure he's. I don't know. I think he's dead now, but he probably could have if he really wanted to. Did Marmite have an internal railway use? More reading is required. That's your homework, Paul. Find out and report back. Telephone railway and their cats. What about the telephone railway and their cats? The Truth Michael and the Tito would beg to differ here. It says the 150, 18 bytes, 15 shoppers. He's the one I was thinking about when I said it. See? I knew I wasn't making it up. That's why I didn't say I might be, because I know I wasn't. He could have eaten a terrier, but he knew it would have been wrong. How are things on the south coast, Gary? They are very good. They're a lot warmer than they should have been, admittedly. They still are, actually. But yeah, they are good. We have been having a wonderful time on the south coast. Won a Guinness World Records map for World's Strongest Diet. He ate that too. Brilliant. I'd have been disappointed if he didn't. Concerns. Ah, it's fine. He was fine. He. Wow, that was bad. I completely lost that there, didn't I? Lived quite a long life, I believe. There's a Wikipedia entry from Linny, so there we go. You know, basically, he had to live a long life to eat all those things. Wouldn't have had the time otherwise. I'd love to have 2 Man Immortals for my layout, and 060 and 040. I mean, more Man Immortals is the best number of Man Immortals. I have 2 built and 4 or 5 more in kit form, ready to go at some point. However, bananas and hard-boiled eggs made him sick. I mean, did he ever try them with anything else? I find hard-boiled eggs go better in a sandwich than with a banana, but that's just me. Well, I bought this from the company. Yeah. No, no. Oh, for goodness sake, it flipped round in the hole, is now sitting the wrong way up and is soldered on. How much? Ah, that one did not like me. All the others have gone in so nicely. That one just noped all over everything. Edward Thomas Happy Engine works on Telephone Railway. Yes, okay. Have fun, Lewis. Oh, I've just realised. Oh no, I've not left that. Okay. Two more to go, and then we've got all the hinges done. By using the banana as a sandwich. Jason, this isn't the Thomas Tank thing. We tend to stick more real life railway stuff here, just so you know. Thank you, Linny. I was, yeah, trying to think of a way to word that. Two for bananas, I'll just pick up a banana van. I hear they're quite heavy. So be careful of that. Need to model a potato wagon actually for one of the club layouts. Well, hey. So what's gone wrong so far? Good evening, Sophia. How are you? I hope you are well. Everything, always. It's about time you arrived, though. I told you weren't allowed to be late. We had this discussion. Speaking, silly autocorrect. Yeah, silly autocarrot. Does very strange things. This is the one. See what I mean? Everything goes wrong. Should stop trying to pick things up with that hand, shouldn't I? We all know it doesn't work anymore. It's the wagon that carries potatoes or a wagon made of potatoes. Very important to specify. Well, why not both? And yes, I feel like Paul needs a potato wagon. It's an open wagon, but with loads of potatoes piled in it. I mean, it's a bit more of a boring answer than I wanted. Queen was on royal duties this evening. She's on royal duties every Sunday evening. Except for those ones where I don't stream for whatever reason, so enjoy that. They're your nights off. Generally have a potato side in our layout, Glendev, and it has a taller than standard platform, so a lorry can tip potatoes straight into a tall-sided open wagon. Best get one made then, Linny. Filled with potatoes. It's both. Would that be potatoception? Yes, yes it would. The potato load is going to be the tricky bit. How does one model potatoes? Sophia, don't say it. No one noticed. No one noticed. No one noticed. No one noticed. Let's remove that message because no one noticed. Imagine it'd be rather dull to glue them. It is a good question. How does one model potatoes? There we go. All the hinges are in. We managed it. Oh yeah, now we have to put the door handles on. Now I'm going to look at this one here. Oh yes, I can see. There's a tiny, tiny hole in the beading here for the door handles. All the way along. And there is one top and bottom on the beading on the door for the grab handles. Don't bring it was cold and cut a raged potato into many smaller potatoes. Yes, love it. Polystyrene balls and brown paint. Yeah, huge, huge for potatoes. Jersey Mist would be nice model. Big pool. Looks like you can buy HO scale potatoes in bulk. What? We approve of HO scale potatoes in bulk. Well, if you want to bulk potatoes, we do anyway. I suppose you do. So, well, hey. T-shaped door handles. That's gonna be. Linny's gonna confirm this because Linny's good at this stuff. But that's gonna be these bits here. These are our door handles. This side is the edge that comes off. No? We're going for T-shaped door handles here, and I don't see anything else they could be. I think this edge is just chassis. Yeah, that's just chassis on this. They're these ones, aren't they? Yes. Smaller edge of the bakery. Ah, see? Good job you're here, innit? Just going to try Times website. Couple of lob, wrong button. I don't think there is any lob, wrong button on there. But I'll take your word for it. And good evening, Christopher. Do I have to sing to you now? Is that what has to happen here? Because I think I can get away with that one without copyright. How are you this fine evening? I hope you are well. Lovely couple of locos at Clanline and rebuilt Jubilee class. Yes, Clanline only went up on Friday. It's very nice. Very nice indeed. Sing the song of his people. Well. You all have to sing along if I do. It's how the song works. Now remember, the door handles should all be horizontal. Look at you using big words, Linny. That means flat, doesn't it? They should be flat. Yes. Oh, of course you said yes. Yay, look at me knowing. If any of them are diagonal vertical, it means the door isn't shut and probably door isn't shut properly and could open at any time. And it does mean, I know what words mean occasionally. I'm not as stupid as I look. Which is quite stupid, being I'm just a Batman t-shirt, a pair of hands, and some arms, for those that have seen the picture. So, Christopher wants us to sing, everyone. Are you all ready to sing to Christopher? I'm going to have a drink first, because I'm already feeling me tripping up on the words. What colour is my drink? My drink is generic orange coloured fizzy liquid. This evening. And yes, remember everyone, hydration is important. I feel like I could have prepared for this better and had some music. Because I was genuinely planning this the whole time if you did come along tonight, Christopher. So, when we're ready, everyone. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Christopher. Happy birthday to you. There we go. I hope that was everything you wanted of it. I appreciate your coming here on your birthday. Way too much solder there. No, I'm glad you didn't stream one last Sunday. Come on, it wasn't that bad. That's better. Although this isn't horizontal now. But now it is. But yes, that's what I wanted to say earlier when I messaged him, Lily, was Merry Christmas. But it's like, hang on a second. That one's a bit too close to the actual thing. None of that is going in the right place. That's a good start. (10:10), folks. We are doing surprisingly well for time, actually, compared to last time we were working on this. It's a shame we won't get both sides done. What would be really cool would be to get the body upright. I would love to see the body in one piece. It's not going to happen tonight, though. Not a chance. There is no flux in there at all. Sometimes see passengers trying to press the rubber door stops on the carriage, thinking it's the button to open the door, ignoring the handle. No, it's that. Oh God, no. That is yeah. That is terrible. How do people not understand these things? That one feels like it's going to fall off, honestly, just looking at it. Can support the weight of the carriage side, though. Speaking of birthdays, I'm tucking into last of my AAA chocolate birthday cake. Oh, very nice. And when was your birthday? Don't make me sing again. Because... No, the cake is a lie. We all know the cake is a lie. Friday last week. Well, happy birthday for Friday last week. Sorry, my birthday cake 2 years ago was the best birthday cake. No, it wasn't. Just because I can't find pictures of my terrier birthday cake does not mean yours was better. Mine was a terrier. Death by chocolate, it shall be glorious. Best way to go. Oh wait, no, sorry. Death by chocolate, that's diabetes, isn't it? It's not such a great way to go. But we want the Titfield Thunderbolt. But no. Terrier. Terriers come first. Always. We want the Titfield Terrier, doesn't have the same ring to it, or that improved engine green butterscotch icing. The Terrier was in improved engine green. And it had my name on the side, and it had my age on in the number plate, because it had a proper Stroudley number plate. I can't remember how old I was. Could have been my 25th. Could have been before that, honestly. Not as old as you are now. No, no, evidently not. Back in a second, everyone. Even I'm not that old. Blimey. Car. Absolutely ancient. No, I can't remember the next. I know the line after the next line, but not the next line, and I don't know any of the other lines. It could actually be the next line, I know, but either way, I can't sing it. I don't know enough. Sorry. So you don't get the joys of my singing for this one. Yeah, so that is the line I knew. So I knew the next line. And good evening, Jamie. How are you? I hope you are well. You missed nothing. Nothing at all, other than some coach side looking a bit more complete. Not that you can tell, because it's hinges and door handles mainly. And a ducket. Time to put the grab handles on it now. They'll be fun. So that's these bits, yes, Linny? Our expert. I'll have to say Nostar and catch up next time. Take care, everyone. Good night, Bob. Great to have you here. Thank you for coming by. I say, I'm glad to hear you are recovering. Sleep well. And I look forward to your next modelling updates on RM Web. Those look like grab handles. Excellent. Then they shall be our grab handles, whether they're meant to be or not. I'm pretty sure there's a rule in the rules about English language so that I can understand it. It's okay, this mod speaks enough Welsh to translate. I don't know, I don't think that's what the rule says. I think the rule just says English language. So don't be sorry, Lewis. Welcome back. How are you? Bob said good night. I said good night, Bob, and sleep well. And Bob said thank you. See, I know the good night bit. Gary, have you seen Concord Britain? I'm gonna say no. But I feel like you know me well enough that if you're recommending it, I should. Me fail English? That's impossible. I know, right? I'd never fail English. Stay in school, kids. Even if you do your GCSE 3 times and still fail. You'd like it, I think. It's a slightly misinformed mockumentary. Excellent. Mockumentaries are good fun. I say, if you're the one recommending it, I'm sure I would enjoy it. I wrote the best mockumentary 11. Oh, mockumentaries only go up to 10, but this one's better. Oh, that is a good one. That is a very good one. I wonder how many people got that reference. You know what, it's nearly 10:30. What are you all up to this evening whilst you watch me? I do like to hear about your projects. What's been going on the last couple of weeks? Please do tell. I'd love to hear about them. Projects, video games, general life events. All these wonderful, wonderful things. painting some true scale salamanders, space marines. True scale, like 1-to-1 scale, like huge ones. Just received a Barclayficationized mini trains loco to make into Helga and ONK at Bredgar in video game news. I've been playing a lot of Ravenfield. Excellent. There we go. I got through those words eventually. I'm going to start on Persona 5 Royal since it's finally available for non-PlayStation owners. Well, that's what you get for being a non-PlayStation owner. Much like me, I have a Xbox. Not done much modelling, but did renumber the Iver 2T260. Excellent. Trying out some Vallejo weapon washings. They seem quite good at giving a nice matte finish and generally making the colours a little more muted. Awesome. Extension board shenanigans on a project involving R1s. Not a shock there. No, none of that is a shock. Do believe I told you to have that layout finished by now, though, Sophia. Have to dock you ages for not doing as you're told. No spell check. I can tell you that colours is the correct spelling. Silly American spell check, being all American. What would ever make you want to do that, eh? Some Persona 5 on the Switch. Certainly had a character in Smash. Pass. Wouldn't mind language set to English UK. Can't finish it until Pico sends us some Flexi track. Well, I'll have a word with Mr. Pico then. Reminds me I need to order some mainline J72 bodies for projects. Oh, we got some J72s at the shop, Paul. You remember how it is fine Sunday evening? Good evening, Thomas. I am very well, thank you. How are you? English traditional and English simplified makes it simple for you, right? No, it does not. I still fail English. The protagonist who has two names depending on the canon. How much boom it does. Horrible shake in my arm all of a sudden there. That's not great. Tonight, cheers, chilling after helping the car boot thingy earlier. I think I was the biggest customer, ironically. I'm familiar with feelings like that. There used to be international English and American English. Then the Americans came up with the concept of British English. Yeah. Doesn't surprise me that it's the Americans that did that. As the bot says, hydration is important. You want to try and replicate Sophia's R1 bash at some point as well. And then try to paint full Wayne right livery. That'll be fun for you. I think we may have a couple of J72 bodies in a box in my office. Aha, maybe we have some J72 bodies we can sell off on their own. I'd like to make the Metropolitan R144 Sphere. Can help me remember the class. I'm sure not the Met class. Let's put one in preservation. Look at those eyes. Paul wants the bodies. Well, that went well. For those that can't see, there's the grab handle that was soldered on. I guess we'll redo that. Ursel Strap Trevor and Flatbed Ursel 10 cents. 3 Mark 2s, we think they're Mark 2s. For my HSTNs and a little 4-pin DIN plug controller modelling book. Mark 2s, the earlier Hornby varieties should be fine to make a short 125 set, even if one is a brake coach. Ah, so lots of bits then. Yeah. So looking for a modelling book earlier, The Art of Weathering, full of photos. But sorry, my eyes went funny there. Give us a second. I might put my glasses on real quick. It's all that soldering tiny etches that's done it, you know. Ah, the world's gone into HD and I can read again. Apparently. It's flicking through a modelling book earlier, The Art of Weathering, full of photos, but all but about 10 pages were in black and white. Helpful. Yes, yes, helpful. Brake coach, don't you mean buffet car? Yes, Linny. Yeah, 20 quid, well spent. Excellent. Prod maker G5, N7 or 8 and possibly an NERA by chopping around J72s. That's quite a good list. You're going to need a few J72 bodies for that. It's a good call. We'll take that on. Yes, I think that's a very good call from Linny. An older Batman J72 on its way to use the chassis for my LCDR T-Class Bash. Yes! So I'm glad we discovered those chassis. Did you know that the old mainline J72 did get a new chassis at some point under Bachmann and the cab isn't full of motor? Because I didn't until the other day when one came through the shop. Sophia can when her one arrives. But still, good plug for the Discord. A good place to go for all things train and modelling related. Lots of very knowledgeable people there. Much more so than myself. If you do any sort of railway stuff, model or real life, or I mean any sort of modelling, railway or otherwise, it's a very, very knowledgeable source. And the people there are brilliant, so you should definitely come and join us if you haven't already. Different areas of knowledge, you are definitely the terrier expert. I mean, fair. Not going to deny that. If I did one-to-one scale Space Marines, I'd need another house. Yeah, I know. I know, that's why I made that joke. It has an extensive drawings library in case you need anything. I mean, the drawings library isn't doing bad, is it? I'll tell you what, for Brighton drawings, the walls in this workshop don't do bad. Oak Hill Works is covered in Brighton drawings. In fact, a couple of SECR ones as well. Got an SECR crane tank behind me. I have Jason to become 2 for us. I'm going to have to go and hit the sack. Work tomorrow, so good night. I mean, I'm going for probably everyone. I'm not sure because I don't speak German. But good night, Paderborn. Thank you for coming. Great to have you here as always. Don't work too hard. Sleep well. All that other jazz that I say. Yeah. Yeah, Lenny, of course. Couldn't resist. Had to use more words I don't know. Showing off that you know words. Sleep hard, don't work too well. No, I don't tell people to do that. Because that's what I do. Duh. So yeah, now we need to get on with the other side. Well, that'd be fun, doing all the bits we've already done. Hopefully by the end of next week we'll have it all together as a nice completed body though, which will look good, he hopes. Phone grammar didn't capitalise the noun. Well, that's terrible, Linny. Absolutely terrible. So was I said, I need more knowledge. Sometimes having less knowledge can lead to more fun and a safe environment. And YouTube content. YouTube's not a fan of emojis and text in the same messages at the moment, is it? Bit weird that. And if I flip over to no, the bot doesn't pick it up as the full message either, and having blocked it, so it's not the bot pruning it. Same issue with emoticon. This stream, YouTube being a big doo-doo head. That it is. Just add another railway documentary to my to-watch list. Engines must not enter the potato siding. That's yes, that's a thing that apparently exists. Brilliant, Jamie. I get that reference. But you'd have been disappointed if I didn't. I'm going to remove the front splashers and replace them with springs above the running plate. Well, hey, I approve of doing that. That will make it look significantly older. It's a good way of doing a 240. Yeah, look at you getting away with emoticons and words and stuff in the same message. You show off. Super times done to me is rather annoying, so I use multiple smileys in one message to convey tone, otherwise I fear I sound not how I mean to. Yeah, I often have that problem. Sometimes even when I do use them, people misunderstand my jokes. Well, it's alright when you can all hear the tone of my voice though, that's not so bad. My J72 has got big sandboxes for the splashers. It's getting a new safety valve and new balances. Aha. See, I don't just pick on R1s. No, clearly not. Shalom, Jewish Redneck Prepper. How are you this evening? I hope you are well. We only want small amounts of solder for all this. So we're going to spread this and go back and pick up as much as we can from where we started. Imagine if YouTube employed a voice comment system, be madness, but at least the tone would be kept. No, 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 it would be terrible. I would hate everything about it. Bad enough that I have to use my voice on my own live streams. Yes, there are ones going there. That's okay then. For a second, I thought I was colouring in a bit that doesn't want colouring in. Imagine if YouTube content creators didn't have to turn to Patreon for funding. Oh, shots fired. On that note, I do have a Patreon. And it does help fund these streams. Damn. Damn, you made your point well. I do not take any profit out of this channel. As you can probably tell from the fact I built a blooming recording studio for a channel this size. So any money paid into the Patreon very much does just go to improving things for you all. We have 2 cameras these days. If I could get Streamlabs to behave, we'd have 3. One of which would be handheld and capable of doing real extreme close-ups with its super macro lens. We've got a lovely microphone that hopefully picks up my voice okay. I'd be really disappointed if it doesn't. We've got a whole recording studio. We've got big lights so you can see what I'm doing. All of this sort of stuff is funded through the Patreon. It's all about making your experience better. Hydration is important. Patreon, what you get when you give Evie $5. That's good, Jamie. I like that one. I like that one a lot. So we had some issues with this last time. Where things weren't sticking nicely. We're going to try and solve that by actually tinning the backs of these as well, because we only actually tinned the carriage side last time. So hopefully doing this means as we sweat the parts together they'll stick better. Doesn't appear to be working if I'm being completely honest. But it's a lot of brass to get heat through, so you know. I mean, it's on, hopefully. That is definitely nice and solid. Hopefully that will solve our problem. We'll do that all the way along. And we shall see. And then I shall remember that I forgot to do the luggage doors again like I did last time. Done the luggage doors, drop lights too. No, I haven't. And instead of, I've just put flux on them and then forgotten to put solder on them. Tin them up, that's the word. Me fail English, that's impossible. I need a me fail English command, don't I? So you can all call me out on it, because let's face it, it happens often enough. Yeah, but that that's a slightly different one, isn't it? Right person, wrong saying. Wow, this stutter is bad tonight. I wish I knew what was causing it. I would love to defeat my stutter one day. Never going to happen, is it? There we go, it wouldn't come off. Silly thing. Just over an hour to go. How far can we get, everyone? Do I bother repainting my new LSWR brake fan or annoy Linny by not doing it? I know what I'm doing with mine when it arrives. And the answer is not repainting it. If I was going to repaint it, I would have bought the correct livery one they had in stock. It's very, very the wrong colour. I know. I know. But given the words, I can word. No, I can't, clearly. Given the fact I have no other LSWR good stock alongside it, you will not notice so much that it's the wrong colour. That is my theory. I'll bring some Phoenix LSPL White and Brown the next time I visit. Well, you can paint it then, because I'm not. Fun that, I was more inclined not to do it too. Yeah, say, if I was going to repaint it, I would just bought the one in the right colour. Now, there are those top bits, there are those bottom bits. Are these doors different? I think these doors are different widths, and I've put the vents on the wrong way round. Gosh darn it. Only if you're colourblind. I'm not colourblind, I'm Gary. It should be the same colour as Southern Railway dark brown wagons, not the BR bauxite they used. Yeah, they're totally the same colour. Don't know what you're on about. Literally the same colour. So I have no intention of repainting mine. But if it annoys you that much, Lina, you can do it yourself. I won't stop you. I'm going to bed. Hi, going to bed. I'm Gary. You asked for that. There's the one-off donations for people that want to make one-off donations. I don't know if it lets you donate LSWR Wagon Brown paint. You can always try. Did we have a trifle come up? I've got a feeling we did. Might have disabled it though. Disabled loads of commands. I really need to update the commands page on the website to tell us what they all are. Let's have a look. I know we definitely didn't have a wibble command or a wobble command. We did have a trifle command, but I disabled it. Deal with that. Saw it on the commands page the other day. Ah. So what you have to look for is the ones with ticks next to them. So I don't ever delete commands. I just disable them. You know what else we have a command for that no one's typed this evening? Boo, I had trifle for my birthday. Well, hey, I approve of trifle for your birthday. We have a command that count things that no one's typed in this evening. It's an important counter. No, it's not the brick command. The brick command's still there though. I haven't disabled that one. Love my brick. That's it. There we go. Everyone get that command in there. And look how beautifully close it's getting. See what I'm doing now. Isn't that nice of me? Yeah, we're at 44 terriers. I got number 17 for Christmas last year. Now we have 44. Bit mad that, isn't it? Like, there's 2 at the shop as well. I could turn that into 46 if I wanted. Thomas has found the commands page and is enjoying its uses. These good, these Thomas, because I can't remember what half these commands say. So it's nice being reminded of them as you go through and discover them. So I don't remember seeing. I've not seen those last three used at all. I mean, once upon a time, I used to take requests for commands quite a lot. A lot of them would only get used once or twice, and that was it. Some I don't remember seeing. There is, however, one that has been slightly tainted by Doctor Who. I can't think of the word flux without thinking of that specific series. Well, in this case, Flux is talking about Flux. None of that wibbly wobbly timey wimey stuff from Doctor Who. Just one of my favourite quotes. That just is great Doctor. No more Flux to give. Yes, Sophia. Yes. If anyone here gets that reference, don't. Don't you dare. I know that. Tongue face. Well, even electrical flux and the capacitance, I just seem to make think of that series. My brain is fried like overcharged circuitry. Fair. Flux is all blood. Should I say, Linny? I said no. Get what? Exactly, Thomas. This is a nice PG channel. We don't have stuff like that here. Let's say no to the £35 terror I just found on eBay. Damn you, Linny. You're going to make me update the command midstream. You are evil. Pure evil, Linny. There's 3 eBay links just turned up there. There you go. Happy now? I've not updated the command yet. God damn it, Linny. Don't say that, Sophia, because I am bidding on an LSWR B4 right now. So, you know, leave B4s alone. I am the highest bidder on one. Oh, I can't tell you what one I got. If you go and look again, then if it's there, it's there. If it's not, I bought it. I'll update the commands now. It might be. I don't know what one you want offhand, but I am bidding on a B4 at the moment. And if anyone here outbids me, I will not be happy. There we go, there's the command updated for you. Three down, 47 go, but no sale. I want Guernsey. Oh, it's not Guernsey. No, it's gone. Kershaw, you need GWR Terrier. You say cheaper with a discount code. It would have been the same price with a discount code. So, yeah, well said, Bot. Hydration is important. Five, everyone. That's countable on one hand. Five. All your terriers have their proper names. Not yet. Not yet. I mean, some of them are staying in liveries that will leave them unnamed. But slowly they shall all get there. The important thing is having 50. I'm not going to lie, I just mainly like the colour of the £35 one. Probably would have eventually moved to GWR, but mine still very pretty. It's the worst livery on them. I don't like shirt button as a livery regardless. Never mind on a terrier. Well, Hornby, 2 standing coaches, 1 break, 1 composite, 1 BR Mark 1. All 3 are in maroon and cream, and I thought about getting a BR Black Terrier and 1 Bluebell Terrier. Do it. Do it, do it, do it. More terriers is the best number of terriers to own. Don't think they could fit Great Western on one line on the tanks. Don't give me that. Don't give me any of that. They just needed to use a really small font. Put the font size down to 6, it'll fit fine. No one will be able to read it, but it'll fit. That one just ain't going at all, is it? No, don't do that. Oops. Don't think that's quite how it's meant to go. Use more terriers. I used to have more terriers, but I sold my double O Isle of Wight 11 and 12 for a newer SR1. How? Selling terriers? I'm not familiar with this concept. Trojan is smaller than terriers in Great Western livery, Great Western on tanks. Exactly, Lewis. You tell them. Yeah, it's unlike green, but then again, I like slightly unconventional liveries. Looks at my Sentinel Molly, 47327 on a certain warship with claw. Oh dear. Yes. One Isle of Wight extended bunker terrier. Then I'll repaint my standard bunker, freshwater Isle of Wight Central Railway red maroon. I've got 2 Isle of Wight extended bunker terriers. Both new tooling ones. Warships have claws as standard. Dear, dear, dear. Good evening, Carl Stevens. How are you? I hope you are well. Join us as we attach beading to the second side of this coach, with the hope that someday it will be finished and we can have a nice rake of these. Besides chilling before work yourself, yeah, not bad, thanks. So, it's not all going my way on the live stream tonight, but at the same time, that provides more entertainment for the viewers, so I'm not mad about it. I know you'll love to watch it go wrong. It's much more entertaining than when it all goes right. I will get this lifted up whilst that solder is still liquid. There we go. See, I told you. Washington did technical Thomas Tank Engineers. Exactly, Lewis. You tell them. Host Molten equivalent brain tank. Madureira may have overdone it a little using one in a high speed chase. Yeah, I know you want the new tool in one, Lee. I've got two. I've got Cowes and Bembridge. Cowes came up at a price I couldn't refuse. Are you soldering brass? I am indeed soldering brass, yes. So brass coach kit. For a London Chatham and Dover four-wheel brake third. And that has not gone how we wanted. I consider a private owned livery of scrap merchant somewhere tempted to non-faithful for livery just because I like it. Not sure what's a J49 standard bunker version. So I'd like an old tooling J49 so I can use it for the Railway Mania kit. J94, that's what I meant. Words are not my friends. Words are not my friends this evening. Not too fussed about having a J94 as a J94, but to have an old tooling one so I can use it for the Railway Mania kit would be nice. Interesting enough to learn it myself. Got brass steam engines, a couple of loose parts that I need to get back on. Well, it's not too hard. I don't know if I've done a video showing brass soldering. I probably have somewhere back there. But just in case, let's just do a couple of small pieces of brass for you so you can see from nothing. After all, that's what this stream's all about. Should I go against works for this purpose? Similar paint doing this, thankfully, it won't take 8 years to complete. Well, hey, do it, Thomas, do it. What and words? Exactly. Who needs words when you can have pictures? So, we have two small bits of brass. The first thing we're going to do with our two small bits of brass that we want to solder together is give them a polish with the fiberglass pen. Now this can be anything really. The main thing we're doing here is cleaning them, because for soldering you want lots and lots of clean. The two most important components of soldering are cleanliness and heat. So they are clean. We are then going to take our flux, in this case Fry's Power Flow Flux. That is my favourite flux at the moment. Your mileage may vary. I'm just going to put a bit of flux on each of those parts we've just cleaned up. Not much, but you can't have too much flux. We have some 6040 lead solder, definitely the best stuff. There's no discussion to be had there. That is not a case of personal preference. It really is. We take a tiny bit of that on the end of our very hot soldering iron. We run it along our two bits of brass to tin them. We put them together. And we'll come in with the soldering iron again. Sometimes you might need a little bit more solder as well when you do that. And that is how we solder brass. There you are. It is as simple as that. There is a point where there is too much flux, but we haven't reached it yet. So, yes, there genuinely is. Whilst I joke you can't have too much flux. If I could controllably do this, I would. I cannot. I did once use too much flux. And what happened... We'll use these ones. Looks easy. May have to try that someday. Thank you, sir. Not a problem. It really is easy. It's a scary thing to get into, but once you know what you're doing, it is easy. But yeah, I did once use too much flux. And the tip of my iron caught fire. I'm glad I was not streaming at the time. Because, yeah. That was not fun. Good night, Linny. It's been great having you here as always. Sleep hard and don't work too well. Can't have too much flux within reason. Exactly. Ooh, on the one hand, it's rather bad. As I didn't know it could catch fire, but pretty flames. Yeah. I didn't know it could catch fire either. Until it did in my hand. I mean, you want me to work well, but still. Yeah. Right now, I want to be funny. Good night, Linny. Inflammable means flammable. What a country. Get that reference as well. Right then. Some brass soldering for real now. We have here 3 ventilators for above the doors. I've just put my file away and I want the file. If you do something very wrong, water can catch fire. I mean, in this sort of environment, yes. But, you know, PPE and safety equipment first. Make sure you are safe. And well, if you do things very, very wrong, there are other things that are worth having about. Because despite the jokes, we do have safety first here. I mean, you're not wrong, Lewis. I'm not sure that counts as actually setting fire to the water. But yes. Remember everyone, hydration is important. So yeah, the important thing to remember is, whilst I say you can't have too much flux, you can actually set flux on fire. It was scary in the moment when it happened, but it burnt out pretty quick, so it wasn't actually too big of a deal. I know, we're not singing Oasis, definitely not. I probably can do a nasally enough voice, but no. I definitely can. We've had enough singing out. We're not doing Rage Against the Machine either. You've had enough singing out of me tonight. You got a whole song earlier. Go look, see, that's how easy it is. That is now on there, and it helps if I point the camera in the right direction, doesn't it? See, as much as the environmental after effects are bad, you can't beat a good bonfire though. Super pretty. I mean, you're not wrong. And there is a lot of stuff in my garden that could potentially be burnt. And good evening, up well and onwards. How are you this evening? I hope you are well. You join us very close to the end. A whole song, I caught me love. Now. It's not what I meant, and you know it. Keep it PG, Sophia. You're literally in charge of moderation duties right now. But yeah, you did miss me sing a whole song, didn't you? You're not getting Diggy Diggy Hole either. Told you, no more singing. And it's that easy, Kyle. See, they're all stuck on there now. No work at all. Okay, a little bit work, but you know what I mean. Definitely no Snoop Dogg's. PG. Evening, it's 12:40 for me, lunchtime. Well, good lunchtime, up well and onwards. How are you this evening? I hope you, this lunchtime, I hope you are well. Look, I can't help myself. It's 20 to midnight here. $12.40 puts you on completely the other side of the world, I guess. New Zealand? I've got a feeling we've discussed this before, actually. No work at all. 1 second later. Okay, little bit of work. Yeah. That's the sort of decisiveness you get from me. Point is, you saw it live, you had a little tutorial, you now know how it's done. You can go out and do it. This live stream has been worthwhile. Because if one person learns one thing, I've done it right. Which means 153 of you out there are best have learned something at some point. Yeah, very decisive. Those two words should never be in the same sentence. The world might implode. You're not wrong. 11 hours ahead in New Zealand. Well, hey, see? I do know things. Do appreciate it though. Next time I get some time off, I'll give it a try. Just need to find some flux. Brilliant. I mean, I got my pot of flux from Squire's Models, who tour lots of shows in the UK and are based in Bognor Regis. However, they do sell the same stuff on Amazon, so past street I made it clear I was a Kiwi. Yeah, I thought you had. I occasionally remember stuff. I've learned that HO scale potatoes exist. Yeah, so did I. I don't think that counts as like learning something from me. I've learned not to eat humble paint. Not that I would, but I have more incentive not to now. Oh yeah, of course, because the cancer. Yeah. I mean, they're reformulating it so it doesn't have the cancer stuff in it anymore. So if you get one of the new pots, then you're probably fine. Please note, this is not actual health advice. If you eat Humbrol paint and die, that's not my responsibility. I was going to grab a new Formula One to show you what you were looking for, but none of the ones I grabbed were new Formula. You're looking for one with a red stripe down the end. Don't want to think about the world imploding, thank you very much. Then don't. You boil it, then drink it. Well, that too. So time for work. Enjoy the change tour. Have a great day, folks. Thanks for coming by, Carl. Enjoy work. And don't work too hard. Can't beat the taste of the original recipe. I mean, hooray for taking out the bad bits. Yeah, exactly. But look, this one here with the blue label, this is an old one. This is the one that gives you cancer. If it's got a red stripe down here, it's the new one. No cancer. So if you're going to eat it, red one. Who the chuff eats paint? Well, Thomas apparently. But the health warning that banned the Humbrol paints did state that the chemical in it could cause cancer when inhaled or ingested. So, yeah, the red one. Hydration is still important. Red ones go faster. I mean, that's what I've heard. Serious note, kids who watch this back, do not eat paint. It's a bit of joking. Please not do it. You're not. Yeah. Since this is a live stream watched by children, do not eat paint. Eating paint is bad. Rory the racing car is indeed red, Lewis. Yes. I remember Rory from when my kids were little. Narrated by Sterling Moss, which I think is a huge achievement for a kids' show. Genuinely felt that joke was worth the disclaimer, honestly. Better to cover our bets than risk another Tide Pod challenge. I mean, you're not wrong. I do like to put in the disclaimers even when they're not needed. But yeah. I mean, at least it proves I'm not lying when I tell YouTube that this isn't aimed at children. Actually, given your Tide Pod challenge example, the fact I'm encouraging eating paint, they'd probably think it was aimed at children. Don't demonetize me, YouTube. I'll turn my comments off or any of the other things you do to kids' channels. The past weekend had a huge mod show. Bought a few new gems. Oh, do tell. Do tell. Bought gems, sounds more like a rock show. But I love that car. Also, Peter Kay starred in it, and Sterling Moss was the name of the yellow racing car. I did not know Sterling Moss was the name of the yellow racing car. I know he narrated it. And I knew Peter Kay was in it as well. But he's not as big a name as Sir Sterling Moss when it comes to racing. You know, Sterling Moss is probably the only man in the world to ever drive better than me. I genuinely couldn't take him on the track. You should get roasted. Hope didn't need to say, but then the packets of nuts may contain nuts warnings. Ah, now. That's not quite true. There's packets of peanuts with may contain nuts warnings, which is fair because peanuts are not nuts. The fact you didn't know that shows why that warning needs to be there. A few new top quality coaches and 2 Churchwood locos. Excellent. Which locos did you get? I remember enjoying Rory the Racing Car at one point. Great, it got quickly, but stuck with me enough to look at the US dub. It's not great, honestly. Well, of course the US dub isn't great. Same's true of everything. I know a peanut isn't a nut. Well, of course you knew that, Sophia. We only hire the best and brightest at train times. It's important to know that a peanut isn't a nut and be able to speak English, which I can obviously do really well. My granddad got a mini moke to go on 2 wheels while blindfolded, and he got the tyres to screech. I get my tyres not to screech because I know the capabilities of my car. Just saying. You might beat Richard Hammond on the track, your car won't be on the track. Oh, God, yeah, everyone could beat Richard Hammond. All you have to do is survive the first corner. Good thing that part didn't ping on the floor, aka the Great Beyond. Yes, we don't do that here, ever. Definitely not in this very live stream. Most costly thing all weekend was my new car radiator CV units and tailpipe welding. Yeah, I can see those being quite expensive. Look at Sophia using posh English words that I can't pronounce because I can't English. She's right though. And there we go, that is all those parts on that side, which means this part is now as far along as this part was at the start of the evening. Almost. Hydration is still important. Speaking of costly, it's new tattoo day tomorrow. Well, hey, what are you getting? There it is, we want the ducket. If we can get the ducket on here, it'll be looking really good, ready for next time. Phoenix on my thigh. Ooh, very posh. Don't know why I said that, but I like Phoenixes, they're cool. Worth the money to keep classic hatchback going. Ah! What, pray tell, is your classic hatchback? See if you can get into the areas of cars I know things about. Let him answer, Lewis. More cost you would be paying for those tickets on Thursday. That's a point. You can't get a tattoo if you haven't paid your bills. Disgraceful. $1990 Corolla. Ooh, very nice. Actually a classic. Well, I can see why it needed the work. I've had a few Fiestas in my time. Prefer my vans to any of the Fiestas I had. One of my Fiestas blew the valves out one of the cylinders on the way home once, which obviously is not great. What made it even less great is when it did it, it lost pressure to the master brake cylinder as a result. I mean, it also had no brakes. So I had to drive it home on just the handbrake and 3 cylinders. That was fun. Speaking of Rapido, I just remembered that pre-orders cost me near £1,000. I mean, just saying, we're a Rapido dealer and we ship internationally. And we do the best prices for people that come to this live stream. What do you mean I'm a shill? I don't know what you're on about. TrainTimesModelShop.co.uk. Those are rookie numbers. Gary has 30k on offer on order. 32. I mean, actually, all the brake vans are still on offer. I have 32k worth of E1s on order at trade price. True class with 1950s Rolls Royce Silver Cloud. I mean, they're all right. Corolla, until I got it, everything's factory original. Nice. Daisy does a great role car, mate. The model covers 1930s Rolls. Very nice. Yeah, so I've got 32 grand's worth of E1s at trade price on order. 45k at retail, plus 3k worth of breakdowns. So I'm not far off 50k worth of Rapido pre-orders. Yeah, now I tell you. You'll know for next time. We actually ship quite a lot out to New Zealand. And anyone that contacts me from here normally gets a discount code. So, you know, go ahead and do that in the future. And we have reached midnight. And I am genuinely going to stop there in the middle of what I was doing. Remind you again, hydration is important. But, say we have reached midnight. It is now Halloween, everyone. Happy Halloween and all that jazz. Thank you all for coming. I've had a wonderful time. Was mentioned up on stock. Do you know how to contact me outside of the stream? If so, do. If not, contact me through the website, traintimesmodelshop.co.uk. We will talk. I will get you some. We've actually got some to build on stream at some point as well, so don't miss those ones. Right, so thank you for coming, everyone. I've had a great time. I hope you have too. You can actually use the pumpkin time thing properly for once. Yeah, thanks everyone for coming. I've been Gary, this has been Let's Build. You've been awesome as always. Good night.